This is Boston, birthplace of the American Revolution, a city of courage and compassion, with strength that knows no bounds, and home to the original, the oldest annual, and most revered marathon, attracting athletes from every corner of the globe, a race with over a century of stories to tell, that's ready to write the next chapter. With our first ever presenting partner from 2024, Bank of America, and the Boston Marathon. Two historic institutions built on shared values with a determination to create real community impact and a long-term commitment to help shape, support, and lead the future of our great marathon and our great city. Not just here for the victory lap on Patriots Day, but standing on the starting line of a new era, ready to share Boston with the world, and to show this is more than a marathon. So, Boston, on your marks, get set.
Good morning, distinguished guests. Mayor Wu, David Tyree, Michelle Chamberlain, members of the media, partners and colleagues, new colleagues and partners, welcome. Welcome. I'm Jack Fleming, also of the Boston Athletic Association. Would like to welcome our Board of Governors who are here this morning. The Boston Marathon, Boston's Marathon, America's Marathon, presented by Bank of America, beginning in 2024. We'll bring the BA's mission and vision to life with our new partner in Bank of America. Our mission is to promote a healthy lifestyle through running. Our vision is to play our part in a world where all people can access and benefit from running and an active lifestyle. Today, we embark on the next great era for running in Boston, for Boston, with Bank of America. Yes, running. Today, we announce a new partnership with Bank of America, the world's oldest annual and most historic marathon, and a club with a great history in sport, teams up with one of the world's great leading financial institutions. A great history for a great city. Inspired by the 1896 Olympic Games, 1897, the inaugural Boston Marathon. In 3 weeks from today, on Patriots Day, Boston, America, the world celebrates our 127th edition. For generations, the Boston Marathon has stood out as different, the original, rich heritage, longevity, the quest to qualify, or to fundraise. More than 30,000 participants compete in the BA's signature event each year, hailing from all 50 states in America and more than 100 countries. Tens of thousands volunteer to support them. Hundreds of thousands cheer them. Millions watch on TV and follow digitally. World-class competition for sure. Olympians, Paralympians, national record holders, and global medalists. But so much more than that. The Boston Marathon will surpass $500 million in funds raised since 1989 this year. $500 million for our charity partners locally, a remarkable milestone. Additionally, the Boston Marathon annually has an economic impact of $200 million for Greater Boston. And so starting in 2024, Bank of America will partner with us to grow, broaden, and innovate new pathways in running. for running for Boston. Not only with the Boston Marathon, but in all that we do. Our other events and programming, a partnership that will take us into the next decade just to start. We'll work together, growing the social, economic, and inclusive benefits for local businesses, neighborhoods, and communities. From the mile to the marathon, anyone and everyone who moves forward with us, will be part of this exciting new era. Our alignment with Bank of America in values and our commitment to both communities and leading is the strong foundation for our partnership. Together, we will support and empower people through running and provide more opportunities for all to live a healthy and active life through the recreational activity of our sport, not just the competitive slant. Our future is bright as we approach our starting line with Bank of America. Welcome, David Tyree, Chief Digital Officer and Chief Marketing Officer for Bank of America. He defined partnership with the BAA. David?
So I'm going to do three things. One, I'll give some thanks to the people who pulled this all together. Number two, I'm going to talk about this big day from Bank of America's perspective. And last, I'm going to end with our commitments to Boston, Marathon, as well as all the communities that we're going to touch across the board. So first, thank you, Jack, for everything you've done. When you said there was a we-defined partnership, as we've had these meetings across the board. Also, thanks to all the BAA associates who are part of this journey, and also the BAA Board of Directors across the board. Mayor, thank you for being here today. Appreciate you taking the time. I also want to give thanks to John Hancock, who have been putting on this marathon for 38 years and have just done an amazing Thank you all for showing up today. We appreciate it in celebrating this. So, big day, great way to start a Monday. Jack talked about it as a new partnership. I would actually define it as a new long-term relationship. This is going to be just absolutely fantastic. I guess the best way I could tell you why this came together was through a story. We spent countless hours doing our due diligence as a Bank of America team, as well as a BAA team. I mean, how many hours were we up on the 10th floor there in meetings? And we had people like Michelle Barlow from our marketing team, Elliot Cox, who put the deal together there. And I take notes in those meetings. And through a series of those meetings, the things that I took notes on, and I dragged them out today, were common themes. Community, you heard Jack talk about it. The runners, you heard Jack talk about that. The families and all the stories that came along with it, you heard Jack talk a little bit about that. The charities, mission critical to this partnership, is how we're going to make the world a better place. The local businesses and the impact were themes. Wellness, diversity. These are all the things that actually were part of the dialogue long before we started talking about a structure of a deal or a relationship. It was the common bond that was going to tie us together, to keep us together for the next 10 years. When we did the handshake, I turned to Jack and I said, you know, you had me at hello. And from there, it went forward. So these are two great brands coming together to do really good things across the board. That's the common theme. So Bank of America's commitment, we have three of them. Number one is that we will take our scale and our resources, those things that we put to work every day to service some 70 million customers. We're going to put all those resources to work here and focus on the BAA and the Boston Marathon. We will leverage our experience, not only in serving customers, putting on events. We even have expertise in the marathon space. Where's Carrie? Carrie Mikowski, who is the race director for the Chicago Marathon, is here today. events that are just going to be a force multiplier, get better and better as we go forward. And then, you know, from my perspective, it's really a focus. Once Jack and team put this year's race off, we don't want to be too disruptive for it before he's finished this year. But then we go to hard work, and we start thinking about all the things that we're going to do to take it to the next level. Jack used the word innovation. Look for some innovation. This will be very, very powerful as we go forward. And so the message from all of Bank of America to the communities, to the racers, Jack and his team are, we are excited, we are committed, and we're ready to go.
This is a historic day for us and for the BAA. I'm Nihal Chamberlain, the President of Massachusetts for the bank. And on behalf of all my colleagues here, I can see the energy that this announcement brings to all of you, my teammates. And I thought about my comments this morning as I was driving in. It brought me back to growing up. I grew up in Brookline. And my parents would bring us to the Heartbreak Hill portion of the race to watch the energy, to watch friends racing, watch family. And, you know, the enthusiasm, the passion that the runners have was infectious. And that's how I grew up in Patriots Day every year. And I think probably many of you can echo those sentiments. And the fact that we're going to be even closer to this race than I've been my whole life growing up in the area is special to me, to my family. When I think about partnerships, you know, I've been fortunate to be the president now for about 7 years for the bank. And partnerships are incredibly important to us because it's a way we can deliver our platform to our clients, our teammates, and local communities. And whether it's with the Patriots, the Red Sox, MFA, hundreds of nonprofits, we are extremely proud when our teammates engage and want to get involved with this race. And the marathon's another opportunity for us to do that, right? Through volunteerism, through raising money for charities, through participation. I'm told I don't have to run a marathon yet, but maybe the 5K, Jack, will work. But the point being, this is just yet another one, and this is such an iconic brand, right? This is the oldest marathon, the most important, and we're thrilled to now be a big part of it. David did reference the Chicago Marathon. We have some experience on how to engage and how to deliver for the community around a big event like the Chicago Marathon. Chicago Marathon this year had 40,000 runners. 250 of them were from Bank of America. The race generated over $385 million in economic impact for Chicago and also helped raise over $27.5 million for local charities. That's what we want to help deliver here in Massachusetts, along with the BAA, through that partnership. So it's about inclusion, it's about a healthy lifestyle, it's about giving back, and it's about putting two great brands together today, and I couldn't be happier to be part of it. With that, I'd love to call up the Mayor of Boston to hear her thoughts. We're so happy she joined us today. Mayor Wu, over to you.
Nihal and David and Jack, everyone who has been involved in making sure that we could have a wonderful event to celebrate today. This is truly something special. And I want to start by echoing the thanks to John Hancock for many years of partnership and contributing and being involved in the city in this way. We are very grateful that you got us to this point and very excited that starting next year, there will be new innovations for this partnership. The City of Boston, you could probably ask any resident across any of our neighborhoods, and we know the exact date of Patriots Day, the exact day where we will welcome the world every single year to experience and cheer on the world's greatest race, but also, through doing so, connect with and see a glimpse of what Boston represents. This is a city that has, from our founding several hundred years ago, been committed to being a safe harbor and an anchoring point for the great ideas of the world, for human resilience and the spirit of what's possible. You only have to spend a few minutes at any point along the race, but especially from Heartbreak Hill on down, to see that sense of pushing beyond what's possible. the embodiment of the human spirit in each and every one of those runners. And so we're so grateful that this year the race is back and bigger than ever before as we continue to see the effects of the pandemic recede. It is a big year that we are commemorating 10 years since the tragedy that happened at the finish line. And so today's news and looking to new beginnings and making sure that we are on solid footing to start at the starting blocks in 2024 couldn't come at a better time. Bank of America knows that this is more than a marathon, as you've heard. They are a trusted, beloved partner in the city of Boston, involved in so many of our key institutions and programs and initiatives. Michal and so many members of his team have been deeply embedded in policymaking in the city for a very long time. And so it, in some ways, wasn't a surprise to see them step up in this very big way for the city of Boston, but it is such a delight to know that we can further solidify this long-term relationship, as you heard, in making sure that the world's biggest race has an even bigger stage. And so thank you so much. We look forward to elevating this with everything that we can in the city of Boston. We are especially excited as we tick down to this year's race with what's ahead.
Thank you, Mayor Wu. Thank you, David. Thank you, Michal. Mayor Wu, the city plays such an important role in all that we do. We're grateful for your time and your support of the BAA always. Further thanks to several who are here: Joanne Flaminio, Guy Morse, Peter Brown, Bill McCarran, Tom Grilk. Thank you very much, representing our organization. Thank you to everyone involved in bringing the new partnership to life at Bank of America. Your enthusiasm for what we do, your understanding of who we at the BAA are, and your vision for Boston has been so helpful to us already. Just wait till 2024. Thank you to John Hancock for an unprecedented sponsorship. Certainly in our sport. 38 years of support, partnership, and friendship, and fun. Yes, fun. 38 years. Together, we have elevated the Boston Marathon and the city of Boston at times. The marathon is synonymous with the city. We've celebrated the original. Thank you to everyone on the BAA staff and administrative team. Thanks for your hard work, your passion for what we do, your dedication to our mission. It really is a team effort, isn't it? It only happens in team. Thank you, BAA team. Thanks to everyone at Sport 5, our sports marketing agency, and also our executive television production agency for your work with us and helping us tell our story so authentically and genuinely. Thank you to the media present. The media continues to play such an important role in telling the world about our stories. Athletes, whether professional, para, non-binary, charity runners, first-timers, old-timers, volunteers, the victories, the disappointments, the heartbreaks, the comebacks. The course is the same, the journeys are very different. As we look to the future, as Mayor Wu said, we must remember 10 years ago, 2013. We will never forget. This year is our 10th remembrance on April the 15th. And now, one city, one goal, one spirit, one team, one strength, one inspiration, one Boston. We invite everyone to run into the next decade with us. What we do should be for everyone, should be for all. We can do this. We thank Bank of America once again as they prepare to run with us in the years ahead. Thank you all. Everyone here has has played a huge role in getting us to this new starting line. And now, a Boston fave. Des Linden, our 2018 Boston Marathon champion, Boston legend, will present our iconic race bibs to our special guests today. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone, Des Linden. This is a break tape.